What I want to do my best to be clear and concise and linear about is an update report about the resource raising campaign that I launched. This was what happened. Jeanette and I recorded this incredible video when we were down in Eugene. It was all about crown chakra, and she does a crown chakra clearing and calling in the resources. It's really beautiful because the sun's sitting right on her head. And it was related to Gene Keys 38, which is struggle and perseverance, and then ends in the city of honor. So anyway, that video is fantastic. But one of the earlier shorts I made off of it was specific to the crown chakra calling in the resources meditation, about less than a minute. I posted it. And then shortly after that, I posted our resource raising where I was like, hey, we really need some help. I'm working on a fundraising campaign. It's urgent. And so I put a bunch of different options like gas cards. We both need new wear equipment. And so I put a link to a refurbished computer for myself and just like that kind of stuff. So what has come of that is really pretty fucking amazing. Almost immediately, my fairy godmother ordered and sent me the computer that I had linked. Now I just wish I had linked something just slightly newer, but that's okay. It worked. Jeanette had also received at least $100, perhaps more. Definitely we do need more financial resources, but so much abundance has come. Jeanette's son, who had tried to give her a computer quite a while ago, but she's like, no, I'm dying, don't you just keep it. Anyway, she's here, take the computer now. We brought it to her on Mother's Day. So now we both have newer computers and both have way more capacity with those devices because they're faster and they can handle what we want to do. And so we have both been gifted many hours of literal time just by not having to waste so much, as well as a significant reduction in frustration because it's fucking bonkers when you have to wait for every single thing, right? Anyway, someday I'll have an assistant or somebody who will tabulate the value of all of this stuff, because that's one of the ways that I want to demonstrate how you can live a truly abundant experience of life without spending a ton of cash. But anyhow, back to the results. Next, my pet sit that I was on that weekend, I was at a pet sit. It was a very generous friend, and she recently got a job, so she's like, you know what, I was gonna sell these things, but you can have them and do whatever you want with it. One of them was a crown chakra crystal bowl. I've always wanted a crystal bowl, never felt like it was something that was top of my list of disposable income. So now that sits in our living room on one of our main altars. It's so beautiful. I like to stick my head over it and gong. So that was extremely generous. Now we received new client. So a client from one of the dance communities, Fern Hill, they had seen our ad up there a while back. They probably may have seen our email in Sacred Circle too. And their pet sitter unfortunately was like, you know what, you have a housemate now. I don't want to sit at your house. And so this person called us and we got to practice a relational economy kind of transaction. I quoted her a price that was lower than our market rate, but still it was outside of this person's range. And so we had a conversation about it and we were able to come to an agreement that felt really good to both of us. They have a gorgeous house. Jeanette was really looking forward to the sit. It's a dog that she actually will be able to safely walk. There's a hot tub. It's amazing. They're today, which is the 23rd of May. And that's going to put over $1,000 in our business pockets. Almost all of it goes to Jeanette, but I'm keeping a little bit because I'm the one who's running the whole business part. So that was a huge win. New client and new connection with somebody in the community that I can imagine us having an ongoing connection with, whether it's as a pet sitter or not. Huge right there. My housemate, one of my housemates is moving out. Unfortunately, his, whatever, he's moving out. And so turns out that Jeanette's lease was up in June, so guess what? Jeanette is moving in. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Jeanette is moving in. We're gonna be able to do so much more because we won't spend so much time. She spends so much time just getting from here to there, and it's exhausting. But she's gonna move into my house, and so we'll be able to help her and support her in all kinds of other ways I haven't been able to do. Sure, her rent is going down, so that's a big benefit, yay. We're also gonna put it in our fundraiser for Healing House, so we'll see how that goes. Jeanette is moving in. We'll be able to do more work together in smaller chunks. Holy crap, I'm so excited. So I'm going to go pick her up right now and take her to acupuncture. Yeah! He's not charging her right now because she cannot afford it, but he's so very generous in that way. And he wouldn't mind, I'm sure, if Jeanette was never able to give him more money. He'd be like, this is my work. Oh yeah, okay, so then there was this great guy that we just recently met through our friend Larry. We have these monthly community like support circles, and Larry brought a couple of his housemates, one man named John, who is some sort of myofascial like therapist, like I can't remember exactly what it's called, but Jeanette wasn't there and I was telling her story, and he said she got a free session from him, and she said, oh my god, I have slept better than in so long. So that's amazing. And now we have a plan to go back and see John on Monday for her to have another session and for us to record it. That's gonna be fucking awesome. The air scrubber. So a while back, Troi Duluth loaned me one of their air scrubbers. They thought maybe it'll be able to handle this smell in your house, but since we weren't able to remove the source of the smell, it didn't work in this case. But it's not the air scrubber's fault, because then I took it to that pet sit that I was at, and unfortunately they have a little bit of fragrances in their house, and it happens to be the kind that really kicks my ass even in a small amount. Air scrubber to the rescue. I had taken my HEPA filters there multiple times, and even with multiple HEPA filters and a whole complicated system, for whatever reason, they weren't taking care of it, so the air scrubber did. Yeah, that was so fucking awesome. Then Jeanette and I wanted to spend some time together, but it was too exhausting for her to try to come over to my place, and I didn't have the capacity to drive out to her place. No, I did. That's right. So they have some smells in her house, and so I hadn't been able to like just go hang out with her in quite a while. And I'll bring a HEPA filter and bring the air scrubber. We turned the air scrubber on first because Troi said you don't want to run both of them. They work differently. So anyhow, we put the air scrubber in and we take off for a little while and go to the woods and come back, and definitely noticed the difference in the freshness of the air, and I was comfortable being in the room. She had just gotten done telling me that she would have allergy attacks like every day and was taking Benadryl every night, and I was alarmed. Let's see what the air scrubber does. It's supposed to help with mold. Let's see what happens. And she was like, oh my god, I didn't take Benadryl and I slept better than I have in a long time. That was her first check-in after a few days with the air scrubber. Yesterday, she's, I don't know what I was thinking. I turned it off and I couldn't sleep and I felt miserable until I turned it back on and almost immediately felt better. So that's a huge fucking win right there. It's amazing. Oh yeah, Brian helped Jeanette put in her notice with her kids. It's a tough it could have been a tough conversation. It went fine. And since I'm picking her up right now, she will go straight through. This sit goes until June 14th, and on June 14th, she moves to her next sit, which goes until June 25th, and then she can move in with us. So she's getting paid until the 25th, and then she gets to move in with us. Oh, so exciting. So, June's awesome. I've had some other really awesome experiences where I've gotten to spend quite a bit of time talking to my daughter. Turns out that the dates she wants me to help her with some moving and cleaning after moving happens to line up with the dates that I'm already in that town for a pet sitting gig. So perfect. Oh, I've been offered opportunities to make additional income and to replace at least part of my Lyft driving income. So that will end up being an extraordinary opportunity, because not only does it force me to put some thought into exactly how much would I need to make in order to not feel pressured to drive Lyft and be able to do it either not at all or just in inspired action. We've decided in our household that it takes more time to really keep it at the state of clean we genuinely, at least several of us genuinely want. It takes more time than the housemates that we currently have are available for. One of them is almost never home. So we decided, okay, we need a backup of somebody who's doing it more as a job. She asked, could it be you? And I brought it up first. I would be totally happy to do it, and it would help defray some of my costs of not being out driving. talking to my housemate about she hates cleaning her bathroom. I'm like, I'll totally do it if you want to pay me. And she does. I have an easier income opportunity that I can fit in wherever and whenever I've got the capacity to do it. So who knows how much that'll end up being. And it doubles because I don't have to go get in my car to drive strangers around. I use double the amount of energy and attention and executive functioning that I would if I was doing something I'm excited about